please.
Okay, so let's make sure. Yes. Okay, question on the left. How do we do it?
It's like you go up on the £5 thing until you like hit the line, then you go across to dollars,
What does it look like?
like $8.
Yep. And how about the one on the right?
Uh, all right, sorry. So, will it be like around about 20 meters?
So, and I think on my screen, I would say it's exactly 20.
All right, okay.
Yeah, so you just have to figure out which one of those two it is, and that's the dots is the clay soil. Did it say clay? Yeah, 20. Okay, so that's 20 meters. That's fine. Okay, how do we do the one on the left?
Um, um, is it 5 kilometers away?
Yep. Equals 5 kilometers. And then how about part A? No, let's leave that. How about this one?
Is it £15?
Yeah, and I think it's 14. I can see it. That's okay. We better just do no, fine. Okay, how about, let me just check something. Hey, how about these?
Okay. Okay, so one thing wrong with your question looks like you can buy more than 15 litres of petrol.
And second?
Um, if there's not a measurement like on the question, like litres or something, I think.
That's a good point. There's no unit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in general, what you can say about for questions for one, so no unit in the response boxes. For the one thing, you can say the responses are not exhaustive. It means they don't exhaust all possibilities. They don't have all possibilities.
Okay.
For example, 16. So the short way, and it's on the mark schemes, is they're not, the response boxes are not exhaustive, and they just write down not exhaustive. Okay, how about this one, top right?
Okay. So. So not exhaustive. Um,
I'm just going to say response is not exhaustive. Okay.
and uh, um, I'm not sure what second point could be this.
What if I own 5 DVDs?
Oh, right. So if you own 5 DVDs, it might clash with like 2 boxes.
That's it. And the way the mark scheme says it is overlapping responses.
Okay.
So actually, yeah, they're fine with responses. Yeah, I have to say response box. So I'm just going to say responses are not exhaustive and overlapping responses. Okay, top left.
So overlapping responses,
Yep.
and you might spend below £10.
Yes. So that's overlapping responses, and responses are not exhaustive. Exhaustive. Okay. Let's see. Yep. Yep. Or maybe I'll just. Can you think of a third one on the left?
It doesn't state like how many CDs you buy for that amount of money.
It's only asking how much money you spend on CDs.
Uh, could you say like you've spent like different amounts based on different CDs?
I think they mean in total.
Pardon?
I think they mean in total.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So, no time frame. So one person could spend, let's say, £60 per week. One person could spend £60 per month, and they would both tick the same box, even though it's very different amounts. So they should say how much money do you spend buying CDs per month or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's just because I was looking for one that you wouldn't get. Okay, how about this one on the left?
So. Okay, so overlapping responses.
Question 2.
You don't.
Sorry?
So Is it kind of like is it like a persuasive question or something?
Yes, I think they call it a leading question. So they're leading the person towards one answer and away from a different answer, and so that will artificially bias the test.
Yeah.
They call that a leading question. So you hear them say that in court and stuff on TV. How about the one on the right?
Um. Um. Okay, so is one thing like it's not specific enough because a lot might not be like a lot for someone else.
Correct. And so what the mark scheme says is vague responses, but that means the same thing. They're not specific enough. And all these things that I'm writing are just, I think the mark scheme uses them because they're the shortest answer that a person can give, like overlapping responses, vague responses, you know. Okay, and the second one.
Is it again just like a leading question? Because they started off the questionnaire saying exercise is good for you, and then saying the thing after.
Yeah, so they're leading them. Bells are huge and it makes it crash.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, so perhaps I did keep all them. Let's see. Not exhaustive, no units, overlapping, missing box, overlapping, no time frame. So it must be from here. Yeah, there you go. Bias or leading question. Yeah, leading question. That's it. Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure I was using the right phrasing of it. Okay, how about this one?
So could you say vague responses and also questions are not exhaustive?
I suppose they're technically not exhaustive.
Yeah.
But they're just so weird.
Yeah.
So vague. I think vague responses is what would encompass that. Like I wouldn't say they're not exhaustive because they're vague. You've already said they're vague. So what else could you say?
Like where it says like a lot, quite a lot, not very often. Like there's no option for like never, because you might not never get the cycle track.
So you might technically get a mark for that. You might technically get full marks, but I just don't want to teach you that because it's such a. It's, you know, if a student gave me this and I said, well, they're not exhaustive, it's kind of missing the point. You know, the point is they're vague.
Yeah.
There's another much more important one. Totally different one.
Is it like no time frame?
Yeah, no time frame. That's it. And so you can see the same ones coming up again and again. So how about the one on the left?
Okay. So no time frame. Vague responses.
That's it. Okay. That's a whole lot better. And so you can see it's the same thing over and over again. No time frame, vague responses, overlapping responses, leading question.
Yeah.
And it just depends on which one they go with in each individual year. I think the rest of those are fine. So this is some of the questions you saw a minute ago, and we're now looking at part B.
So overlapping responses.
Part B.
Perfect.
So we're kind of we did that one in part A.
So it's biased because she's asking people in a CD store rather than like random people down the street.
Yes, asking in CD store, not random. Let's just see. They are only in the CD store. The people in the store are more likely to buy CDs. She needs to ask people outside or equivalent. Okay, so it's 1 mark. Anything of one of those gets a mark. Okay, how about the top one?
So is it just again like it's not random? It's only people. She's only asking people in her dance class.
Yeah, and why would that be a problem?
Is it because they'll have like similar interests?
What are their interests?
Dancing. So like I don't know, like listening to music through the radio or something.
So it might be they might listen to music more than average. So that's kind of what the question is trying to convey, that people who go to a dance class probably like music more than average. They probably listen to music more than average. All of those are the same thing. He asks 10 boys who play in a school band how much they listen to music, maybe more than average because they play in a band, that type of thing. Let me just see something. Yeah, how about the middle one?
I'm not really sure like what the relevance is between like a maths class and like crisps.
So this one, the trick is he wants to find out how often people buy crisps, but then he asks only students.
Oh right, so he's not. So yeah, so he's not actually asking like random people. He's asking students in his math class.
Yeah, so asks only students, not random people. Might give biased results, something like that. Basically, students might eat more crisps than average. Students might eat less crisps than average. Biased results. So it might be biased upwards, might be biased down. How about the one underneath?
Alright, so is one there's less females than males that watch rugby.
Yes. So they asked only girls. Who might watch less rugby on average. Yeah.
And also she's only asking students, so she's not asking people.
Yes. Asked only students. Should ask random people, something like that.
Yeah.
Random people. And like maybe students don't watch very much rugby, but older people watch a lot of rugby or something like that.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. That reminds me of your Skype status, sport. That's the best Skype status. Just in general, not even like football, just sport.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, that one's alright. Okay. Yeah, so these are just similar. Okay. I think you'll be alright there. Okay, you're going to be very alright for this. We'll just do one of these. I want to pick one that's not too obvious. Alright, let's do this one. Let's hang on. Let's skip A.
Yeah. So is that like 10?
Yep. And how did you see
it? So you probably do 7. Okay, so you do one whole circle.
Yep.
And then one like quarter circle, 3/4 circle or something.
Yeah, so I think that would be like a circle with a quarter taken out of it.
Yeah.
Something like that. Okay. Grand, and I'm just gonna say you're gonna be fine for the rest of these. They're all very similar. Scored the least goals, number of goals. Where's the number of goals scored with Ben? There's just no. It's not gonna give any problems. Choose the most. It's not gonna give any problems. By car. Let's do B. Wait, B, so not A. Yeah, skip A. It's fine.
So do I just need to do like work out the male total, and then work out the female total, and just add it together?
College. Oh, you're right. Okay, so how would you go about it?
So
by bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure this is right. But would I just do like 24 plus 18? I think that is, or 17.
I think it's 18.
Yeah, and then just add it together, and then that's it.
Yep. What is it?
That is 34. 42.
42. That's fine. Okay, that's 42. I'm happy there. All this stuff. Okay. To a shop last week. Oh, okay. Let's try this one. Question C down the bottom. But the whole thing is necessary.
Yeah. Would you say she is correct because they said because the angle is 10 degrees higher or something.
They are not correct.
Oh,
The reason why is that there's a higher proportion. Excuse me. What fraction of the hang on? What way did they phrase this? What fraction of the first one were boys?
what fraction? So, so 360 divided by 60. Is that right? 6. A 6.
Yeah, and that's fine to just leave it like that. What fraction would be for this one?
70 over 360.
That's it. So for the first one, so it tells you what proportion. It tells you what fraction, but
Yeah.
it doesn't. So the first one could be like 50 people. The second one could be 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Or sorry, other way around. The first one could be 1,000 people, and the second one could be 50 people. So even though there's like a lower proportion in the first one, because there's just so many more people, this
Yeah.
one. So not correct. Something like pie charts show proportion, not, I don't know, absolute amount. Something like that.
Yep.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
There's no information about the population size. Okay, so they call it population size. Let me just see. Okay, I'll get there in a second. Okay, this one, part B.
Okay, so is the mode going to be 13?
Yep. And C.
Uh, a bit stuck.
Which two bars have the same frequency? Frequency is here.
Yeah.
Frequency is height.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, 11 and 14.
Yeah. 11, 14. Okay. Any idea about this?
There was like a box plot or something like that.
Perfect. Box
Yeah.
plot. Box whisker diagram.
Yeah.
That's it. Box plot. Box whisker. Okay, top one.
So do I need to like just add up all the numbers together? Yeah. Or,
So what would that be for the top line?
so like 15, 15, 17, 17, 17, 17.
That would be the total of their ages.
Yeah.
They want the total number of people.
Do I actually need to count the numbers and then see how many people there are?
Yes. So how many is there in the teens?
Is it 21 people?
It might be. Okay, and B?
I think it's like one. So teens. Oh yeah, one.
If you were to write these out the long way, it would be 15, 15, 17, 17, and so on. If you wrote it out the long way, what would be the mode?
The mode would probably be 17.
Yeah. So it's like the modal age is 17 years old. Yes. Okay. The one underneath.
So is the greatest height 68 centimeters?
Well done. Mode.
37.
That's it. And that was the other one. How about this one? A.
So would that be 53 minus 7?
Mm-hmm.
And that's 46.
And B.
Mm. Mm. So is it 5?
Yep. One underneath.
Six.
Yep. And B.
So this is like the middle, isn't it?
Yeah.
So do I just need to find the middle between 29 and 60?
No. So in theory, yes, but not just the data that they gave us. So you do this. The long way would be get rid of first and last. Keep doing that until you reach the middle, and then because you might get a result that isn't even there if you just do the middle between those two numbers. A quicker way. All right, we'll do it the long way first. So first, last. What does it look like the median is?
40, 45.
I did this wrong. If there's 25 cars. Oh, forget that long way. That's why I don't like it. The other way to find the median, the position, is n plus 1 over 2.
Okay.
And so what is that for this one?
So Is it like 60 plus 1 over 2?
In this case, n is the number of cars.
So 25.
Yeah. And where's that?
So that's like 13.
And so us doing this first and last thing, we should have ended up with the thing in the middle should be car 13. Basically, there's 12 smaller than it and 12 bigger than it. And so the middle one of 25 is 13. 3, 4, 12, 13. Okay, so it was exactly 44.
Okay.
That's the 13th one. Okay, any questions there?
Pardon?
Any questions there? And if we were to write these out the long way, it would be the same idea that you're just taking away first and last, find the middle number. That's okay. So how about part B for the bottom one?
So here I just need to like count up all the numbers, don't I, for A?
Unfortunate. Hang on. So I just want B really. Let's do the bottom one here.
It's 7.
What does that 7 represent?
Students. Oh, sorry, I was talking about the top one or the bottom one, sorry.
Yeah, bottom one.
Yeah. Yeah, so here I need to do like 1, 2. Is it 67 beats per minute?
Yes, well done. And that's the same thing. 15 plus 1 over 2 is the 8th. Yeah. Okay, good. How about the top one here?
Is it 60 to 80?
That's it. Let me find there. Let's skip A, do part B.
Okay. Is it 2,000 people?
1,000 people, well done. And so the trick there is that it's not 2, it's 2,000. You're gonna be fine for that. Okay, left one.
Okay. So could you say like, so on average, the higher the length, the wider the pine cone.
Yeah, length. Pine cone. How about one on the left?
So like, so the taller you are, the higher the longer your arm is.
So that would be the relationship. They said what type of correlation?
Oh, positive.
That's it. And please always write down both words. This one you get full marks. The reason why is because in this previous one, so you wrote this long answer, you could have also just said positive correlation. If you had said just positive, that would be 0 marks. Positive correlation, 1 mark. This long answer, 1 mark. For this one, just positive would be 1 mark because they asked for the correlation. Just always write down both words, so you don't have to think about it. This one on the right.
Negative correlation.
Well done. Correlation. What's the short answer for this one?
Positive correlation.
Yeah. And you could say as rainfall increases, umbrellas sold also increases, but the short answer is correlation. Say positive correlation. What is part A for this?
So if it's 5 years old, you just need to go across to 5 and then go to 300.
Yeah. And where would be 300?
I think it's 2 squares above 250.
Yeah. It's probably 1 square above.
Yeah, 1 square.
Yeah, so it's pretty small. And the rest of these, how would you do A? Oh, sorry, how would you do? Yeah, there's only one question there.
So, so do I need to do the line of best fit thing?
Yeah, and how do you do a line of best fit?
Yeah, just draw like a straight line through like the points, like going downwards in this case.
Yeah, so it's as close to all the points as possible. It's usually you have the same number above as below. That's what you aim for. So there I have 3 above, 3 below, and then 2 are right on the line. Okay.
And then all right. So for 8 degrees, you'd go up, and then it looks like it'll be something like 20, 24, 23.
Yeah, and the important thing is it rounds the right way. So 25 would round up to 30, so that would be wrong. 23, 24, those are correct.
Yeah.
Between 21 to 26. So because you drew the line yourself, they gave you a lot of leeway. That's okay. So let's now go back. Recap time. Okay. Okay, write down 2 things wrong with the one on the right.
Okay, so. So overlapping responses and people could spend more than 20 hours. Is that like?
Yes, correct. And I'm just going to say not exhaustive.
Yep.
Because you can use that same answer over and over again because it's the shortest one that gets the mark. So you did overlapping responses, not exhaustive. How about the one on the left?
Okay, so so no units.
Yeah.
And overlapping responses.
Yeah. I'll leave that one. How about this one?
Overlapping responses. Not exhaustive.
What else could you say? A third thing?
No time frame.
Well done. How about the one on the right?
So vague responses. And not exhaustive.
Not really. That's kind of included in the vague responses.
Yeah. Is it like does it say like how often or something?
And yes, and the short way of saying that, no time frame. Could be per day, per week, per month.
Yeah.
That's okay. How about the one on the right?
Biased answer.
Not answer.
Alright, biased question.
Yeah. Biased or leading question. One on the left.
No time frame.
And that's the one I was looking for to see if you would get. So we're going to be fine there. How about the bottom one?
Okay. So it's not good with word collecting information because there's a higher chance of people buying fruit from the market. Oh, it's not random. Is it? Yeah, it's like a higher chance of people buying fruit from the market if they're from the market.
Yeah. Of people buying fruit from market. Yeah, it's not random. It's a biased sample, and in this case positively biased is what they'd say in A level, or positively skewed. Maybe almost no one would tick 0 if it was on a box because they're leaving the market. Yeah. Okay. Okay, how about the top one?
So is one reason that she's asking people, or Tendai is asking people who already have take public transport.
Yes. One of the reasons?
Tendai is asking women, so not men, only women, so not men as well.
Yes, like transport, and asks only women, and she's looking for people.
Yeah.
So she's looking for people. She asked only women. Good. Pictograms we're not doing, even though there's a million of them. Bar charts, easy peasy. Nah. We'll see a different time. What would be the answer to part B for the top one?
56 centimeters.
56 centimeters. Okay. What would be the bottom one?
160 to 180.
Yeah. Yeah, fine. What would be the one on the right?
So positive correlation.
Yeah. You write a long way. Don't do my shorthand. What would be part A?
So I just need to go. So along 12 up 14, and then along 17 up 20.
Yeah, I'll just do that one. And how about this one?
So you need to draw like a positive correlation line through the points, so like where there's like the same amount of points on one side as the other.
Yeah. And then
and this is like estimated circumference of the head, who is 156 meters. 156 meters. So then it'd probably be something like it looks something like 55.
sure. Yeah. Well done. So how was that for you, Andrey?
Yeah, I was good, thank you.
So I'll say 55. Continue this next time.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did great there. Any questions for me in general?
I don't think so.
Okay, and I just realised actually I'm flying on the 5th of January, so I'm just going to email your mum and say we'll move that lesson.
We were going to move that as well because I was going to go to a football match on that day. So yeah.
Okay, and what else was I going to say? Yeah, this is going well. Yeah, so we're nearly finished the 1 markers. Data has a lot of them, but they're all very similar, so we'll skip through a lot of those, and then I'll be up to 2 markers. Yeah, well done, Andrey. You're doing great. I look forward to talking again next time.
Yeah.